What's going on, guys? It's Wafers, and welcome back to the Newport County Road to Glory Career Mode. It's episode 75, and today we are going to be going through most of December, starting off with a game against Arsenal and finishing with a game against Arsenal in the league. Looking at the table, 11 games in, and we are 1 point behind Liverpool, sitting at 28 points. We're 6 points ahead of Aston Villa in third, and so we're in a pretty good position in the league right now. We've played very well so far. They just have no losses. We've lost one match. Our first game for this episode is up against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Always a really tough fixture to go to Stamford Bridge and try to pick up a win. We would get up early on with a goal from Telford within the first 10 minutes. Gives us a 1-0 lead. And even though we got this goal early on, I knew it was going to be a fight. Chelsea never go down easily, especially when they're playing at home. And as expected, they would come forward in the first half, looking to tie this one up before the break. It's going to be Ocampos down this left-hand side. He gets it to Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz eventually gets this one back and scores. They tie it up at 1, but just a minute later, off of kickoff, we wanted to get our lead back immediately, and we would try to do that. Telford putting through Bennett here, and Bennett would return the favor. Telford with the volley, and he scores. So a really nice goal there. He goes and celebrates with the traveling fans, and we go up 2-1. We'd hold that lead all the way until the 77th minute when Chelsea would come forward once again. This time it's Boadu feeding Havertz. He would just push past the defense and get in on goal, and he scores his second of the game. Just really tough to defend, and we end up picking up a draw against Chelsea, which is still a pretty good result against a tough side. Here we get an email, and it says that Ibrahim Marsh has been cleared, so a very, very welcome sign there. He's been out since May with a torn ACL. He's missed basically the last month of the last season and the first couple months of this season. However, he will not be playing in the first couple of games after that email because he still needs to recover. He still has the injured tag, and I don't want to risk that when he's such an important player. Into this game against Aston Villa, and in the 40th minute, due to some nice passing, we would pick up the lead. Rollins is the beneficiary as he scores that one to put us up 1-0, but really that was just a great passing movement there, able to get the opportunity, and Rollins scores it. That was the only goal of this game, and we pick up another victory, this time against Villa, and we get another 3 points. Going into the last couple of games of the Champions League group stage, this one against Benfica. In the 3rd minute, Jenkins coming forward would lay this one off to Coughlin. Coughlin would then find a pass here to Williams. Williams on the outside of the box passes it inside, and it's Matondo who finds an early goal in this game, puts us up 1-0 against Benfica. This game was not really that important. We had already basically qualified at this point. Now we're just playing for our place in the group against Bayern. We won our first 4 games, so we have 12 points, and so we have qualified. It'd be nice to get the first place in the group, but Benfica would reply trying to deny us that, and they would tie it up at 1. With a couple minutes remaining in the first half, we would come forward once again. Rollins down this left-hand side. He'd lay it into Levitt. Levitt finds Jenkins, and Jenkins would score to put us up 2-1. We reclaim our 1-goal advantage over Benfica here. Another goal for Jenkins, and then in the 62nd minute, Benfica looking to just salvage something out of this game. It's Everton down the left-hand side doing some nice dribbling. He's able to work himself free from Williams, passes it inside, and eventually this one would end up with Gunato, I believe, and he scores to make it 2-2. That is how it would finish. We pick up a draw against Benfica. Not a bad result at all. Our next Premier League game is up against Leeds United. We are going to Elland Road for this game, and in the 13th minute, Volks would find himself through here. He has a tough angle, but he's able to score that with a powerful shot. That's something I've really noticed about Volks. He really excels at those near post shots. For some reason, when he does it, they just seem to go in pretty easily. So, that's something that hopefully we'll see from him throughout the year. We do concede shortly after that, though. An error from Ampadu would lead to that goal, and then Leeds United would capitalize on that momentum. Antiste comes forward, gets past our defenders, and they get it into Shackleton. It ends up getting passed around, and Moose is the one who scores. Either way, it is 2-1 Leeds, and we would have to wait all the way until the 80th minute for an opportunity to tie this one up. Andia charging forward would put through Telford, and Telford is able to find the back of the net to tie this one up at 2. Really important goal there just to get us a point out of this game. It would finish 2-2, but to get that point, you never know what it could come down to in the league. Picking up a point here, just a good result there, fighting back from those 2 goals. Our next scouting report is here, and we're looking, not much here in this report. We've had some better ones, but some interesting prospects nonetheless. No one that I'm really looking to sign. Looking at the Youth Academy, we actually have a pretty decent amount of players in the Youth Academy right now. We have 3 goalkeepers, which is a lot, but I'm pretty sure maybe one of them will get cut at some point. Not all of them are going to make it out of the Youth Academy, so we'll have to see what happens. No one that's really close to breaking into the reserves, so we'll just keep them there and let them develop as we head into our next game against Arsenal. This one will be at the Rodney Parade, and we are coming forward in the 12th minute. Bennett into Rollins, and Rollins would charge into the middle, dribble around, and then finish that. Really nice goal there. I was really surprised he was able to find that space in the box. Not much there, and he's able to create for himself and get the goal. So we go up 1-0 against Arsenal. Half an hour in, we were looking for our second. It's Volks finding Bennett. Bennett is going to come forward, and he would put through Volks. Volks bullies the defender and then finishes to make it 2-0. We go up against Arsenal, take a 2-goal advantage after half an hour of play. So a pretty good start to this match. Whenever we play Arsenal, it's really a flip of the coin. Sometimes they're very difficult to play against, and sometimes they just fall apart. And this was one of those games, they just fell apart. Only 10 minutes after the previous goal, Jenkins gets in, he finesses it around the keeper, and just like that, we are up 3-0 going into the half. As I said, it's a flip of the coin. Sometimes they're on, sometimes they're off, and when they're off, they're really off. We pick up our 4th goal here before the half. Jenkins with another nice finish leaves the goalkeeper rooted to his spot, and it was 4-0 headed into the break. So just absolute domination in that first half. With a couple minutes left to go, Luis Alberto would nick the ball off of Conlon, and he would pick up a consolation goal. 4-1 was the final score in that one, as we pick up some more points in the league. The last game for this episode is up against Newcastle, and Newcastle, a team that's actually pretty decent in this career mode. They have some really good players that have developed pretty well, and they would get this one started. In the 3rd minute, they come forward. It's Vinicius through to Haidara, and Haidara just pokes it past our keeper. Not much power on that at all, but I guess the angle just didn't allow Shepard to save it. We go down 1-0. Only a couple minutes after that, Ampadu would hit Matando, but they steal it back. It's Vinicius into Avila. He's going to try to find Frazier. It's a poor clearance, and it ends up back at the feet of Frazier. He scores. We go down 2-0 within 10 minutes. We were determined to fight back, though, in this one. Lee Jenkins would get us a goal in the 28th minute to make this one 2-1. as we tried to mount a comeback against Newcastle after those 2 really, really early goals. A couple minutes after our first goal, we come forward looking for our second. It's Matondo down the left-hand side. He's going to get into the box, and he scores at the near post to make it 2-2. So both teams scoring in a relatively short time frame here. We scored 2 goals between the 25-minute mark and the 30-minute mark. They scored 2 within the opening 10. So 2-2. And going into halftime, we wanted to grab the lead. Bennett is able to find Jenkins, and Jenkins picks up another goal here, puts us up 3-2 going into halftime, and we complete the comeback so far in the first half. We're able to come back from that 2-0 deficit and make it 3-2 going into halftime. Coming out of halftime, we would add to our lead now. Bennett finishing that, making it 4-2 as we try to seal this one off and keep Newcastle United from coming back in this game. They would try to get another goal, and they would be successful in that. Moreno hits Haidara, and Haidara with his second goal of the match. They make it 4-3, and then with 9 minutes left, it would be Jenkins hitting Matondo. Matondo through on goal, and he is going to be able to chip the keeper from a really tough angle. Keeper caught in no man's land, and that would do it. That would seal it. 2-goal advantage with just minutes remaining. We win a really, really tough game here. 5-3, a really high scoring one. And after that, 16 games in, we are in second place still, 3 points behind Liverpool. We've scored a lot of goals this season so far. Our goals against isn't too bad. It's pretty on average with the top 4, but hopefully we'll be able to tighten that up. If we want to catch Liverpool in the league, obviously the Champions League is our focus, but if we could catch Liverpool in the league, that'd be really nice. And to do that, we will have to try to concede less. But that's going to be it for this episode of the Newport County Road to Glory Career Mode. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to drop a like. Let me know what you think down below in the comments and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys soon with a new episode.